Good. It's still morning. Good morning, everybody. I am back after a long hiatus, a little vacation of mine. While I didn't practice as much as I would have hoped, I did get some practice in while I was on vacation. Um, Last we spoke, we were working on the technical etude for the auditions, so I got a little break on that, and we're back to it. I completed the first two pages. I'm mostly good on both of them. I'll probably go back to them later. But we're going to focus on the second two pages for at least the next couple of days. I don't know how I'm going to break this up. Um, Probably by every notable section. Um, so, um, yeah. So if you need a reminder, let me give you all a reminder. This is what the next two pages are gonna look like. Sorry for the messy room. Um, and yeah, this is what we're gonna be working on for the next probably 3 or 4 days, I'd imagine, maybe more. It took me several days to work on essentially a page and a half of music. Um, so I could see this running pretty long. Um, as you know, college is starting back soon. I did kind of lie to you though. It's technically starting on Sunday, not on Saturday, but it's going to feel like it starts on Saturday. You know what I mean? But that's how it's going to work. It's going to start on Saturday, and I'm going to get there, move in, and I'll probably practice as well when I get there. Um, we'll see. I should practice. I probably will practice, but there's no guarantees, I guess. Um, yeah. So I guess I'll get right into it. Thank y'all for patiently waiting. I did see y'all are watching my videos still, so that's always nice. But hopefully y'all watch this one too. This will be a little bit longer than y'all are used to. I've decided that because I missed so many days of practice on vacation that I want to try and aim for 2-hour practice sessions. That is it's quite long. Um, so I might not make it to 2 hours. Depending on how much I get done, I might not even go that long. I might go less. If I'll set the goal out beforehand. I want to make it through the first page of these two pages today, fully up to 120 beats per minute. That's the goal. So, if I make it to that goal before the 2 hours is over, I'll stop. I'll just call it for the day. If I make it to 2 hours before I'm done, I'll call it at 2 hours. I might not may even make it that long just because I don't really like to practice for that long because it doesn't really help. But I'm going to if it means that I won't have to practice this right up until the last day I have. That way I get some time to work on the jazz etude a little bit. So that's what we'll be doing. The first page is only 7 measures long. It's going to take a long time. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I did say notable sections, but notable sections is like every 2 measures. 3 of the last section. I'm not going to practice the whole note before it. I might run through it a couple times just to make sure I could jump up from that whole note to the high F sharp, but considering it's C sharp, which means I'm not using any of my fingers anyway, that really should not be that difficult. The most difficult thing will be jumping up into the altissimo register without any setup. But if, I do it right, it'll go all the way up and it'll be alright. So I have been working on my altissimo just a little bit. I can hit that altissimo G sharp occasionally. The problem is holding it, but I'm not sure that I'm so worried about that. I'm really just working on technical proficiency at the moment. The altissimo is kind of a nice bonus if I can make it happen. So I'll be doing this on alto, the audition, so no more tenor content for at least a little while. I'll still be playing tenors for my church if y'all want to tune in for those, but no more tenor practice for a while. I might do some tenor practice when we get into college, but right now it's going to be mostly alto, just because I want to make sure I can play this how I'm going to play it in the audition. I probably won't use my baritone saxophone, mainly because I don't know baritone sax altissimo that well, even despite that being my primary saxophone. Just because, one, I've never had a teacher that taught baritone saxophone, and two, it's already kind of a rare subject anyway. Not many people actually go and talk about baritone sax altissimo because it's not. Nobody really does that. It's kind of a novelty thing, if anything. No one really does that. Leo P, if y'all have heard of him, does it all the time. There's a couple classical baritone saxophone players that use it, but more often than not, baritone sax is just not for altissimo. So it is what it is. But I am working on it. No, I'm not. I don't have anything to work on it with, but I will be working on it when I get back into school. That being said, I guess we should probably get into it. 2 hours is the limit, but hopefully I get done before that. It's only 7 measures. For context, I worked on about 8 measures last week. So, yeah. I should have this A2 done by the time college rolls around. I think that's probably safe to assume. I just don't know how good. But it'll be playable by the time I get to school. That's all we're gonna work on for the first bit. That's that little bit right there. What I did last week, y'all weren't there for it. What I did last week is I took it up 8 beats a minute every time until I started really struggling with it, and then it went 4x4. Obviously, I probably won't struggle with it right now, but getting to maybe 80, 84, 92, then I might start struggling a little bit more. So, we're currently at 68. We started at 60. That's how I plan to do it from now on. Just because there's really not a whole lot challenging about it. Like, that's not bad. But when you start going, like, that gets a little more challenging. So I'll start working on it slower and slower as we go on. But yeah. Yeah, now we'll start taking it 4x4. So. I can already feel the inside of my hand cramping because that movement is. Yeah, it's like that movement. It hurts a little bit. Partially because I stopped practicing for like almost a week, but mostly because it's still just kind of a difficult movement for your hand to do anyway. So it's not real natural. No one's really doing this for any reason. Like flexing your palm outward. Why would you do that? I don't really know. Anyway. Nope. It's kind of groovy after a while. It's like a strange groove, but it's, groovy nonetheless. Also, if I look a little worse for wear, for any reason in particular, like you see my skin peeling or something, I got sunburnt twice on vacation. So now the back of my neck is burnt, the arms are burnt, the face is burnt, even my legs are burnt. In fact, my left leg was burnt from below my sock into my shorts. For whatever reason, sorry, my right leg. My left leg was only burnt on my knee for some reason. I don't really know. But if I look a little bit different, like something is just off, it's because I'm currently peeling. I'm very white, and therefore I do not tan very well. I might look tan, but this is just a layer of dead skin right now. It'll probably be back to normal in a couple of weeks. In fact, I'm peeling like there right now, like right in this area. Right now I'm peeling there. I'm also peeling on the back of my neck pretty bad. So it's going to look kind of gnarly. In fact, I might lift up my neck strap and you might see little white little things. It's not dandruff, it's dead skin, which is, it sounds worse, but We'll go with that. Oh, update on the Final Fantasy V video. Oh, I meant to complete it while I was on vacation, and like an idiot, I left my controller here right as we were walking out the door. So I did not play it at all on vacation, but I have been working on it as of late. I beat one of the two super bosses, and I'm currently working on the final boss. The other super boss may or may not happen. I will make the video before I defeat that super boss, and then I will post a video of me defeating it if I ever actually do. So, the reason is, the only method I can think of is to grind to maximum level, and if I do that, it will take more than likely months to actually do that, because the XP yield in Final Fantasy V is very low, even on the strongest of enemies. And most bosses don't even give you EXP. A lot of the early ones do, but most of the late ones do not. So, I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place with that boss. There's really not a whole lot I can actually do to it in my current state. So, I'd say be on the lookout, but that may never even happen, so don't even bother looking for it. If I do it, it'll likely be on a different run with a better setup, not with my current setup. There's really no way to even damage the boss with what I currently have. So, there is, but the only way to damage it is to cast level 2 Thunder Spell, and it only does about 600 damage, and the boss has 55,000 health. So, let me do a little math for you. You can see it in front of you, rather than just taking my word for it. We'll just say roughly 55,000, because I don't actually remember how much health he has. But I would have to do 92 attacks before I could kill it, and that's without healing, that's without anything like that. Not even all my characters can cast that spell. So, yeah. Not good. Not good at all. So, that's what I'm working on currently. I'm gonna beat the final boss probably in the next couple days. I failed the first time recently. I got like right to the end and I messed up a strategy. But I probably will have that done in the next couple days. Y'all will get the video. Also the video of me fighting the other super boss. And that's all I have left for that. Yeah, back to this. Good enough? This water. Also, for whatever reason, we bought these tiny little bottles. So I have 2 of them. They're the 12-ounce water bottles, not the 16-ounce ones I usually have. In fact, I don't know where I put it, but I found out that I like it with just the one packet or the water flavoring, I like it with just one packet in the 12-ounce. I don't need 2 like I do the 16-ounce. So, yeah. More sustainable? No, but they are easier to store, I will say that. And I have a mini fridge, so that's important. Little finger break. My fingers hurt again. New shoes. I got new shoes. Not that y'all ever see my shoes, but I got some new shoes. Not sponsored. Hoka. Because they're the only people that make good looking shoes that fit my feet. Also, shout out to one of my grandmas. We call her BB. Got me all my cleaning supplies for the semester. Look at that. I don't need much more than that. I might need more Tide Pods, but maybe some new dryer sheets. I've only ever replaced my dryer sheets like 1 or 2 times, because I only use one per dryer. I think you're supposed to use a certain amount based on how much is in your dryer, but I haven't done that, and it doesn't seem to matter. So, one per dryer. Now that is a little caveat: is the dryers at Stetson are so weak that after even, I think it's a 45-minute cycle on the highest heat, it does not dry a full load of laundry, at least a full load of my laundry. So I wash the towels, or I dry the towels and my clothes separately, and then I usually wash and dry my clothes twice a week, if not 3 times. And if it's twice a week, then I have to separate them into 2 different dryers to get like a half load. There's nothing I can stand less than my laundry coming out wet. So I just do it in small loads. I try to do them all at once so I'm out of the laundry room as quick as possible, but usually that doesn't work out. There were only 6 dryers at my last dorm, and I don't know how many there are at the new one that I'm going to. So hopefully there's more than 6. Somehow, though, I feel like I doubt that. There might even be less. I don't know. It's an indoor laundry room this time, thankfully, but goodness. Anyway. So sweaty, my butt is sticking to the chair. At least my shorts are. It's also made of wood, so there's also a chance that the shorts are getting caught in the chair. And that's a little worse, but only because it means my butt will hurt more if I sit in this chair. So, I'm going to sit in this chair regardless. I might stand later, but I don't actually know where to put y'all if I stand, so y'all will probably just be looking up at me. I can't put you on my stand because I have 2 pieces of sheet music in front of me. So, yeah. Not ideal at all. Also, I will probably take a decent-sized break at an hour, just because that's a long time to practice. And usually, I would take a break every 30 minutes, but since I've been talking so much, I'm not going to do that. We might go get something to eat in a second, or go to the bathroom. I don't know. I've got two fans going, and neither of them seem to be helping that much. It's still hot in here. Not hot, but it's not great either. Spit on my hand. Ew. Bonk. Oh, and forgot the most important piece of information. Not about the vacation. I have another dog. I'm not going to go and show her to you because she's still rather shy. But her name is Poof, and I'm not entirely sure what dog breed she is, but she is, give or take, like 80 pounds, and she's almost all white with a little bit of brown spots here and there. She's very sweet. Y'all weren't around to know my dog B, but my family keep comparing her to B, and B was a very quiet, very sweet dog, kept to herself, and she, I will admit that she acts kind of like B. I don't like to think of this new dog being like a dog that died not that long ago. So I try not to make that comparison, but it is very true. No trauma dumping, by the way. This is just, it's facts. I don't like thinking of people that like being other dead people, or in this case, dogs. So that's kind of the new thing that's happened around here. We have a new dog. Her name is Poof. She is very sweet, and she's really silly. She likes to be very quiet with her, like, in her cage. And she kind of has this tired look on her face. She's not currently, like, happy or doing something. But if you start cooking, or you start, or you say you go to offer her to take her on a walk, then I have a little voice, like she can hear me. But she starts smiling, and she'll even do a little dance depending on how happy she is. She's very cute. I like her a lot. So, she has a little toy that came with her. Also, I forgot to mention, she's 7 years old, I think is what my mom told me. So she's, I don't really know how to describe how we got her to a public audience. But, her owner gave her to us because of extenuating circumstances. We'll put it like that. So she's living with us now, and she's our dog as far as we're concerned. And she seems to be pretty happy. She's just still getting used to things. So if someone walks through the door and overwhelms her, she runs back to the cage, which is an interesting behavior, but I can understand. She's currently not the biggest fan of the 2 other dogs we have, but I think she'll be able to get along with them in the future. We went outside the other day. I took her on a walk, And our neighbor's dog, Maddie, the one I was one in the videos way back when, came up to her and started sniffing. And they seemed to be rather indifferent to each other. They weren't quite sure what to think. But they weren't like growling at each other. So she does growl at our two dogs, but our other two dogs. But she didn't growl at Maddie. So I think that with some time they can get used to each other and they'll be fine. It did take some time for Birdie to get used to Bryn and vice versa, or even B to get used to Bryn or Birdie. So I think this will be a lengthy process. She seems, like I said, rather shy, but the fact that she's willing to come to us and the fact that she's willing to come out of her cage and explore the house even when we're not around is better than nothing. So, and even yesterday we were playing with her, and she came right up to the couch, and she begged for food like most dogs do. So, yeah, like we're making good progress with her. Is what I'm saying. I said I wasn't going to take my 30-minute break. This is going to be my 30-minute break. Not like 30 minutes long, it was at 30 minutes. So, check this out because I'm tired of having it in. But, yeah, that's what we've been doing with her. I guess the vacation update, might as well tell y'all. We went to the mountains up in north of Georgia, the Appalachian Mountains. And we went to a town called Suches, Georgia. We thought it was pronounced Suches. It's Suches, Suches. It's the only reason we know it's Suches is because there was a little gift shop like right down the road from us called Suches Life. Such as the town life. It's a pun, but that's the only reason we know. It's because we went and asked the store owner how it was pronounced, and she said Suches. So. Yep, we went up there. We visited some family friends in North Carolina. We went tubing. We went fishing. We did a little hike. We did a couple things while we were up there. I got to try some newish foods. I tried gnocchi for the first time. I don't know how to gnocchi. I don't know. I'm not Italian, but I got to try it for the first time. It was delicious, like I expected. I mean, it's potato dumplings with whatever you decide to put in there. I literally cannot lose. Then I tried trout for the first time. I also caught my first trout, which is notable. But I tried trout for the first time. That was really good. We had fish, like a fish fry. We had some spaghetti on the first day because we were trying to be quick. And Dad made a bunch of donuts. And on the first time he did it, he tried to make glazed donuts, and they were actually pretty good. So we had a good time up there. Started Saturday. I think I practiced Sunday and Tuesday, and those were the only days I actually managed to practice of that essentially 6-day vacation. So less than half, not ideal. But the fact that I got anything done is it's good. So the reason I didn't practice is, I've said it before, the reason I don't practice inside very often is because my family hates it when I practice. I don't know how I made it this far as a musician, not being able to practice in my own house. But the reason I'm practicing in my house now is because everybody just went back to school. So Clay and Jace are out at school, Mom's at work, Dad's at work. Clay won't be home until after he goes to the gym, and I imagine Jace is the same. So I don't have to worry about them right now. That's why I can practice for as long as I want, because they're not here and I'm not wasting gas in my car or standing outside with the bugs and the Florida sun and the humidity. I don't have to do any of that right now. I can just be in my room practicing. While the fans may cause the sound to be kind of gross, I'm air conditioned and there's no bugs, so I'll take it. Plus I can go get a cold water whenever I want. I didn't get cold ones this time, but that's because they weren't in the fridge when I grabbed them. So it is what it is. Room temperature is almost cold enough. Yeah. So that's how life's been the last few days. nice vacation. I told you I would practice yesterday on Sunday. I apologize. That was a lie. Kind of. I meant to practice, but my whole family was home all day. It was just like, So, I'll be able to practice every day in college, of course. There might be one day where that's kind of an issue, and that would be Tuesday. I have something like 6 classes on Tuesday, and a lot of them are back to back. So the only time I'll be able to practice is very early in the morning or very late at night, and one of those is going to be for working out. I'm thinking late at night. That way I don't have to be sore when I get in bed. I'll just, be still, worked out, but, not terrible. The walk home might be tough, but other than that. I should tell you all about college. So, I have 12 classes, like I said. I think 13, it might be 13, but I have 12-ish classes. Let me look it up real quick. If I have it. Do I have a page up? No, of course not. So, I have all the standard classes, like, music theory, keyboarding, oral training, stuff like that. And then I have my lesson. I'm in the jazz band again. I'm in the symphonic band again. I'm in, all this stuff. So, but now that I'm a sophomore, there are other classes that I have to take that I didn't have to take the last 2 semesters. Also, my phone is really bright. Let's turn that down. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Hang on. There we go. That's not the right page. I did it the second time. Alright, so that's not the right semester. Why does it do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. That's not right. Maybe it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I have 11 classes. Well, anyway, this is what, why won't, my goodness, this website is disgusting. But, you can't see all of it, but you can see most of it. That's what it's going to look like this coming semester. You see how Tuesday's got all them classes on it? Yeah, that's what it's going to look like. And, on top of all of that, my lesson is in that hour as well. So I guess that actually does make 12. No, it counts that too. Right? No, it didn't count that. Okay, so my lesson makes 12. That's why. Alright. So, Monday I have, I don't know what that is. I think that's music theory. No, conducting. Monday I have conducting. Then I have social foundations of education. Then I have, what is that one? Form and analysis, which is my theory class. And then I have symphonic band, I think. Is that what that is? Oh, what is that? It'd be nice if I could scroll through it. Oh, it's instrumental techniques. So I have conducting, social foundations of education, form analysis, brass techniques. And I think I have bands on that day still. See how this works? Oh no, they changed it. Okay. So 4 classes on Monday, that's pretty normal. And then on Tuesday, I have oral training 3, and then I have keyboard, then my lesson, then my studio class. Then I have band, and then finally I end the day with, I want to say I end it with jazz. If it'll let me do it. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. Come on. I want to. I think I end it with jazz. It doesn't really matter. Then Wednesday's going to be the same as Monday. And then I have most of the same classes on Thursday, but instead of lesson and studio, I have recital hour. And I have something else. I really don't know what that class is. I'm really not sure. But I have something else there. And then on Friday, I have my last day of format analysis, and I think I also have conducting. No, MEPD. I have MEPD and format analysis on Friday. So I think that's 4 classes, then 6 classes, then 4 again, then, no, 5. Then 5 again, maybe, and then 2. So, nice, easy Friday. The only day of those I might not be able to practice is Tuesday. The rest of them should be easy enough. I have a pretty decent gap in my schedule on all days except Tuesday. And I will likely have to practice for a full hour anyway. I'll probably have to do it on Tuesday right before my lesson. If I recall, I just have an hour. But I haven't really planned how I'm going to eat yet. I haven't really planned when I'm going to work out, how I'm going to work out, or I haven't really planned out my day yet. I'm going to make the calendar probably Sunday when I get there and decide all of that beforehand. But that's how college is going to work. I took way too long. Yeah. So, metronome. Yeah. That is how college is going to work. There we go. Turn my brightness up now. Apparently. Can't see nothing. So, goal tempo is not 120, it is 124, by the way. I forgot to mention that on the page. 116. I'll take another break at hour 15. $120. Oh, so sweaty. Yeah, I've been practicing. No, that was just really lucky. But either way. I'm slowing down. I don't want to slow down. There we go. That was a little better. Ow. Ew. My hand. It hurts. It hurts a lot. but I don't know how to fix it. So I'm gonna stand up for a minute. Just need to. Yeah, see, I don't know how to fix y'all being down there. I could maybe prop you up like this, maybe. Still not tall enough, but better. Maybe if I look down like this, it might be a little. Yeah, no, that's strange, but they're gonna go with it. It's getting there. It's getting there. Not quite there, but we're getting there. After this, we go up one more. I'm like doing new noises that I didn't know I could do when I mess up. It's really interesting how I can make more noises messing up than I can regular. That's what I'm doing right there. That's the whole thing when you hear me go. Like that. That's what that is. I can't mess up on purpose for some reason, but either way. Yeah, you guys see it? There we go. Nope, that wasn't good enough. I'm still gonna get water though. How can the back of one's neck be so sweaty and itchy? Ew. Ew. Disgusting. I'm so close, but I can't get it. I'm taking it up anyway. I don't even care. I have to like be thinking the notes on the page. I don't know why, but if I like just become the notes on the page, I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. I don't know. Sloppy but better. I just hit my funny bone right there. I'm gonna do it the second time for demonstration. Right there. Ow. Alright, I'm kidding about the breaks. I'll just take them whenever. So, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put my laundry in the dryer. I guess I'll take you with me. So, I'm gonna go do that first. Then we'll come back to practice. It's been an hour. I only had to call it here, but still got another hour to go. So, yeah. And also, there was some Chick-fil-A in my town yesterday. They have a little truck that rides around. You can follow them on Facebook. And it'll tell you where they are. They cycle every other week. So, that's you right there. It's probably a good thing I decided to do this right before I started practicing. It gives me a good reason to break, because I don't actually know how long this one. Actually, I do know how long this one takes. It actually only takes 45 minutes to wash all my clothes in this washing machine. But dryer is what I don't actually know. It's not a new dryer, but it is an unfamiliar dryer at the very least. So I don't know how long the dryer takes to dry the clothes. It has a timer setting, but I set it past where the timer settings stop, where it says heavy dry. So it's right after the 70-minute mark, so I'm assuming it's 80 minutes. But it doesn't really specify. Could be an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna dump this lint out. Could just be nebulous, heavy, dry. I don't really know. Yeah. Hey, Poof. She doesn't look real happy with me. No. Sad thing. I'm gonna go take care of something. But I'm not gonna go into it. It's personal. Just say it's a symptom of being fat. It's not a diabetes shot, if that's what you're thinking. Been meaning to do it all stinking day. I keep forgetting. Yep. Yep. So, yeah. Let's get something to eat. Look at this. What do we got? Really nothing to eat right now. We only have a small Walmart order. So. Smells awful in here. That fridge, but they won't. Let me think. What do you think, Poof? What should I eat for lunch? Doritos, maybe? Doritos it is. There's nothing else to eat around here. Fortunately, no one around here likes Cool Ranch Doritos, so there's 4 bags of them sitting in the pantry for me. It's fantastic, I know. This is the best Dorito, in my opinion. Fight me. Poof, you want a little bit of Dorito? No? Okay. Poof does not want Doritos. So I'm on a diet. Doritos are not healthy. I understand. Also, I gained like 10 pounds on vacation, so I'm back to square one, 310. Yesterday I did lose a pound, so not bad. So there's really nothing to watch here. I'm just eating some Doritos, wandering around my house. It's like there's a paper towel over there with seeds on it, covered in something red. I'm assuming those are bell pepper seeds, but that doesn't account for the red. So there might be strawberry seeds, but I don't know that we can grow. We can grow strawberries in Florida. What am I saying? I pick them every now and then. Though that's usually in the spring months. It's not spring anymore. Hogbush. No, anything new about this? Not really. Nothing new happening besides college. smells worse in here than it does in the fridge. Goodness. It's full of frozen fish. I might have made an egg burrito or something, but I figured that'd take too long. Well, I won't show you Poof yet. Poof isn't a circus animal. She's a little shy. I will show you to the two clowns. So, let me show you Bryn and Birdie. I bet I've shown you pictures of them before, but. Hey, girls. Alright, can't really show them to you this way, can I? Here, come here. Keep. Say hi to Birdie. Hey, Birdie. Yeah. Bryn. Over here. Come here. There's Beanie. Yep. Corgi and my chocolate lab. Neither of them want this little piece of Dorito right here. Hey, you want that? There you go. So, leave them inside for a little bit because they were outside for about an hour. They don't seem to mind it too much out there, but they like to come in after a little while because it is a little hot. So, Bryn doesn't like it out there, but Birdie seems to be indifferent at least. So, yep, that's lunch, snack time. I don't know. I'll sit back down now. Seems like it's some water. Yeah. So my dogs, Birdie. Bryn, I think, is about 3-ish years old now. And Birdie is probably coming up on 6 years old, but she was 5 last I checked. Bryn is a purebred. Mom bought her for Dad when she was a teeny tiny little puppy. And then Birdie was more or less a stray. She kept being left outside by her owner, and she would wander her way to the horse farm Mom works at. And then Mom one day just decided to pick her up. She got checked out by a vet just to be sure, but and we've had her ever since. So she's due to be spayed in a month-ish because she was not fixed beforehand. And yeah. So Bryn is a little corgi. Birdie's a chocolate lab. Bryn is evil, I'm pretty sure, but she's good at hiding it. She's I'm joking about the evil, but she is very kind to strangers. She wiggles when she's really happy. Um, and Birdie tap dances all the time. If you say her name enough times while she's standing up and you walk toward her, she'll start tap dancing. It's really quite cute. Both of them are very friendly to strangers. Maybe too friendly, some would argue, but they, yeah, they're very nice dogs. Glad to have them. You know, had Bryn for about 3 years. Birdie we've had for about 8 years. She's, yeah, like I said, coming up on 6 years old. The reason I got my door closed is because neither of them like my saxophone at all. They will run from the saxophone. I mean, that fat little corgi will run from the saxophone. It's really funny seeing her slide on hardwood and tile. So, drift like Tokyo. It's really quite entertaining. But I don't do it very often because it's also, I feel it's a little cruel to just scare the dogs for fun. You know, a little bit mean. So I don't do it. Not as often as I would like anyway. Every now and then I'll do it just to see if they're actually used to it now, but that usually fails. B was never a fan of it either, but she wasn't nearly as bad as the other two. Bryn is a yapper. She yaps at a lot of things. Anything she finds remotely suspicious. In fact, she'll probably be yapping at my saxophone here in a minute because I let her inside. And Birdie doesn't really bark at my instrument, but she does bark occasionally. I have yet to hear Poof bark, but we've only had her for like 2 days now, so. There's a little piece of Dorito stuck in my teeth. Ugh. No more delay. Get right back to it. Just do a review of the last bit we worked on. Good enough. There's one thing I'm going to do. The third section is a lot like the first section, but it does something a little different at the end. So, and it's 3 measures and not 2. I probably need to work on that, but we'll get there when we get there. So, the next section. This one's a little tougher than the last one. Also a little bit the most normal part, but, you know, you'll see what I mean. Here's this calls for brute force. Whoa. So we're going to take a break from this for today. I think I've gotten pretty good into it. We're going to come back to that. I have to find it real quick. That's hard to do. What? That's not right. It'll. Y'all don't need to know. Yeah, y'all stuck with that. Y'all don't need to know. I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna call it. I'm sick and tired of this already. I did get one thing done. One, two. So we're going to divide the rest of this up into, I think, 4 sections. We have the next 2 measures, the ones we were just working on. Then we have 3 measures. Actually, 4 measures. 4 measures after that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 measures to the end, because the whole time, mostly the whole time, it's like that. That's the whole rest of the end. So we're going to do 2, then 4, then 7 measures. And then we'll combine it all when I'm finished. So that's all for today. Thank y'all for joining me. I apologize. I fell short of my goal. But that's not a bad thing sometimes. You know, sometimes I just need to. I will see y'all tomorrow for more practice. We'll probably be doing the next 2 measures. If we get farther than that, cool, but probably won't. I will see y'all then. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.